What if your friends kept refusing to buckle up in your car and then called you controlling? Or imagine hosting a family dinner and watching your niece toss half her plate in the trash again and again, while her parents do absolutely nothing. And then there's the wife whose husband got caught speeding, begged her to take the blame. She said no, and now he's furious at her for losing his license. Oh, you're not ready for this one. 3 stories, 3 situations where people are getting blamed for someone else's garbage choices. Let's get into it. So this 20-year-old is the only driver in her friend group, and she just told them, buckle up or get out. 20 female, have 3 adult friends, 20 female, 21 female, 22 female, who, when we hang out, do not wear seatbelts in my backseat. This has always irked me, but recently after seeing a TikTok about the dangers of not wearing a seatbelt in the backseat and checking, this has really reignited the issue for me. I sent a message essentially stating that people in the backseat not wearing a seatbelt makes me uncomfortable, and that in the future, if they do not wear a seatbelt properly, I will ask them to leave my car and find their own way to where we are going and home. Logistically, I am the only one who can drive us around. 20 female has astigmatism and can't afford glasses, so she can't drive at night. She is also afraid of driving on the highways due to inexperience. 21 female does not have her own car and would not always have access to a family car, and I'm not sure if the teenagers can use them for social outings. She is also afraid of driving on the highways due to inexperience. 22 female just got her license and is getting more comfortable with driving on the highways too, but has problems accessing a car. Her family only has 1 car, which her father needs to get to work once a week, so if the car is severely damaged, they are kind of freaked. With this, I have no problem doing all of the driving. More often than not, it is only one person with me, because of our busy schedules, and sometimes my friends can't get permission, Hispanic thing. They've said in the past that not buckling your seatbelt in the backseat is a Hispanic thing, but my brother said that this is a bit controlling, since they are adults and can make their own decisions, and I won't get in trouble in our state for them not having their seatbelts buckled. Am I the asshole? Edit. Wanted to thank everyone for making me feel not crazy and paranoid. Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, your car, your rules. If they don't like it, they can walk. Another commenter said, and I be sending them videos of the damage a person can do and cause to themselves when they fly out the windscreen. Stick to your guns, OP. No Seatbelt, no lift. The comments absolutely roasted anyone who called this controlling. You are in the driver's seat, literally and figuratively, and keeping people safe is not a personality flaw. She's doing them a favor by even driving them around, and this is the thanks she gets? No seatbelt, no ride. Full stop. Not the asshole. So what do you guys think? Was this person the asshole? Drop your verdict in the comments below. This uncle hosts family dinners and keeps watching his 15-year-old niece pile her plate sky high, eat a fraction, and dump the rest in the trash. And when he finally stepped in, he became the villain. I tried posting this a while back, and I was going to let it go as the frustration died down a bit, but we had a family dinner Saturday, and the issue came back up again. Background: BIL has a 15-year-old daughter, B, from outside their marriage. Never once denied her. She's his firstborn. B's been in our lives since she was a baby. Love him, also no bias when I say B's spoiled. The biggest problem is B has a huge issue wasting food. She will load up her plate, eat less than 30%, then throw the rest in the trash. Every time, I brought this up to my sister and BIL multiple times. Nothing done. I have no issue with her eating as much as she can, but she overloads her plate, then throws what's left in the trash. When I brought up this during family dinners, her parents excused it as her not liking leftovers and that at least she cleans her plate, throwing what's left in the trash and rinsing her plate to put in the sink. I asked why don't they pack it up as leftovers for themselves, and was told we'll do that from now on. They didn't. The dinner before last, I organized everything I usually do, and when we sat down for dinner, I handed my niece a plate. She said, "Oh," and took the plate. I told her she can always get seconds once she's finished. A day after I got a text from my sister saying I humiliated my niece because she was the only teenager who was not allowed to make her own plate and that I treated her like she was greedy. I don't mind her taking as much as she can eat. In fact, at one point the family was worried she had an ED and was loading her plate to mask how much she was actually eating. But wasn't that? She eats, but she's also not overeating. She just overloads her plate and wastes what's left. She even did the same thing with the cake, which I didn't serve her. Took 2 slices to start. Ate 1 slice, scraped the frosting off the other slice, and threw the remaining cake in the trash. Not wasting food is something that was greatly instilled to all of us as kids. So my reaction is just instinctual. This last dinner, I said nothing, but my BL kept making passive-aggressive comments anytime any of their kids went into the kitchen to get something, even drinks like, did you ask your uncle first? Make sure your uncle is okay with that. Make sure you didn't take more than you're allowed, and BS like that. I didn't want to talk to him and start something, so I asked my sis, and she said, well, this is what you wanted, right? It has never been about permission. Now I feel like they're making me the bad guy to my nieces and nephews. So on his question, from an outside perspective, was I the asshole in this situation? Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, your niece is 15. She's old enough to understand that the waist is the issue. Next time her BIL and sister start their passive-aggressive BS, correct them. In front of everyone. Another commenter said, seriously, she's 15, not 3. She can have it explained to her. Listen, wasting food repeatedly at someone else's dinner table is genuinely disrespectful. And the parents mounting a passive-aggressive campaign against the very uncle who hosts them, that is next-level pettiness. She's 15, not 5, old enough to hear, hey, take what you're going to eat. The real asshole here isn't the one trying to stop food from hitting the trash. The jury's still out on this one. If you're enjoying these stories so far, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more. This wife refused to commit fraud for her husband, and now he's blaming her for losing his driver's license. Disclaimer. We're not in USA, so laws and rules might differ. My husband got a speeding ticket going 28 km/h over the speed limit in 50 km/h zone. Because camera catches only the license plate, he could claim that someone else was driving. That person would get an email notification, and if accepted, the fine would go to them. The catch is that he had under 2 years of driving experience, therefore for such violation, he had to go to some extra classes. He was asking me to write that ticket on myself, because I have 2+ years of driving experience, and it would only be a small fine for me, as I had not had any other violations on record. I, however, refused because I hate when people speed. I didn't want such violation on my record, and I didn't want to make a habit of it. Eventually, he failed to show up to those classes within the given year, and now he has to retake his driving exam, both theory and practice. He's very angry at me for multiple days now, and saying it's my fault. I stand my ground because I didn't know he will fail to go to classes and lose his license. Am I the asshole? Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, actions have consequences. It is not your fault he was speeding. It is his. It is not your fault he failed to go to the classes. It is his. It is not your fault his irresponsible actions lost him his license. It is his. Another commenter said, also, he was the one who skipped the classes, in saying that he is trying to make this OP's fault. Or did he expect her to go to the classes too? He sped. He asked his wife to lie to authorities on his behalf. She said no. Then he skipped the mandatory classes he had to take because of his own ticket. And somehow she's the villain. The audacity is absolutely astronomical. She didn't take his ticket, and she didn't babysit him through consequences he brought entirely on himself. NTA doesn't even cover it. Not the asshole. If you want to hear stories from different subreddits, let me know down in the comments. So drop your verdicts in the comments. Who was the real asshole today? Was it the friends who wouldn't buckle up, the niece's parents playing passive-aggressive family politics, or the husband who blames his wife for his speeding ticket? The stories keep coming, and trust me, next time it gets even wilder. See you there.